The clock is 19 minutes over 12 in the afternoon. It's Saturday, the 15th May 2021. And here you see on the 14th May 2021, in a place where people are living together and sharing same kitchen, same living room, garden, and things like that. And once again, you shall see a journalist making signs about this place. I think actually it stands for military people, and that the military is making places where people can live together like that, so they can keep a watch on their favorite people. Or maybe it's what it is down where I live, like living together with other people down here. Because they are living here because of me. If they're concentrated on me when they come in the door, and then when they go to bed, yeah, I can say they live here because of me then. And I find that pretty ugly, I have to say. Okay, this was from the 14, and a sign more from a journalist. Then we have something else. And once again, we are on the 14th May 2021, from the news in the afternoon, 9 o'clock. And here we see the Democrats in the United States of America going down on that level, what I definitely find very childish to be, definitely when you are a president. If you are a president, I definitely think that things like this is something you don't do. But this one, it's not a scratching in his head. You can definitely see what this is. And I have more to you I want to show. I know this soldier have been in television. I know this man have been in the television. And I will show you something. It's a little bit funny, I find it funny. Her der stand Jyllandposten. And now JP Politikens house. It is newspapers. That's newspapers. I have some man living over where I live. He have a apartment upstairs. And he was working for JP Politikens house too, next to Ekstrabladet. And he was a soldier too. And for some while ago, when they was making Pacific Rhyme, I did definitely have a feeling that it was over my blog on Facebook, why they did make Pacific Rhyme. I have a belief that we have military forces that is religious in the Catholic Church. As I've said, that the military lives over me and have done for a pretty long time. And I've said too that every news channel and every newspaper is owned by all media. There's a military force that's informing us about our news, in cooperation, of course, with the journalist. But of course, the journalist does not have a free speech, a free television, a free newspaper to inform us. If they talk about Mars, if they talk about attacks, if they talk about things they don't want us to know about, we are not being informed. And I've just been on a subject about this alien gene that they talk about, that a lot of us is a carrier on this gene. There maybe comes from our past, from the ancient people that came to Earth. I'm not pretty sure about it. They had it with them and was infecting themselves with it, or it have come from the Earth that we habit and is living on today. VATs, I think there's more secrets about VATs that they are telling us about. There's other kind of sickness out there about VATs, something similar like VATs. Maybe it is just VATs they're talking about. No, not talking about taking action against. You know that for a fact that I believe they are Catholic because I think they have a religion that they're going to make a Jesus and a Virgin Mary over my person, and it have been all the way in the military to make a new religion over me. I'm not pretty sure the relations and how it did start, but I could imagine that they have taken notice on me for many years ago, because it's so easy to see what people are doing on a PC over the net. I come from a family where my father was in the military too, so I definitely think there's an eye on people that have been in the military. I have been in practice in the military too, and I was getting those big ones under my feet. What do you call them? With water in it. Because I forgot to put thick socks on. But I did not complain. I did walk through it without complaining. Maybe they took a notice. I don't know. Maybe others would have quit or said something. I don't know. I don't know how long time this is going back that they took my person. But it is for a fact that there's living military people down here, and they are connected to the department over me. About it's a sick game from the White House. I could imagine all kind of intelligence is being worked out from United States of America and their intelligence. I don't think it's only in United States of America, but you can definitely see that the president is making finger signs, like all the journalists in Denmark, like all the politicians in Denmark. About it's a European American thing. I don't know. I just think it's a sick game. A sick game without publishing me, but mocking me when they can, because they are doing it. Another fact is I have people down here where I live, old people, and they definitely know what's going on around my person. But when they talk with me, they don't want to give me that pleasure of saying it to my face. They don't want to talk with me. The same is my family sharing. They don't talk with me about those things too. I feel more they're working against me from my own family and from people down here. Like this shall not be a thing. I don't know how I shall explain it, but it's like there's people that's working with mental sick people, and I know that is a military force. And when there's living people that the military force is taking, then they have those people that's working with mental sick people going to every people and saying they cannot give the people, they shall not, how do you say that? They shall not give them recognitions for what they are saying, because they say to them that is in their head. And they shall not encourage them to think they are something. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I mean? They shall not give them right that yes, there's journalists, there's politicians, there's military people, there is people that noticed this people. Kind of a Star Wars. So if you have to do about a real star, and everybody knows it, but they don't want to give the star what they deserve. Instead, they put a war over those people, like me. They don't give them recognitions. They are fighting them. They is coming together around them, putting lies together. All this falls just to put them on the mental institute in the end, because now we have maybe to do about some ancient aliens, and they shall not have what they deserve. Is that how I understand it? I have been on another subject too. I was talking about that if people is infected with the warts and become the ancient alien and have the gene in the blood veins, they like meat a lot. If they go to the doctor and the doctor noticed it in their blood and know what they are, can then see a future in front of them where they can call them HIV. Is that the virus? VARs? Is this like a secret conspiracy against those people, trying to force them to become a jack-off? Hair IV, you understand what I'm saying? And as I understand it, that you can die actually of jacking it off. Is that true? Is that how I understand it? Like I have said too, that the soldiers did something to me when I was sleeping in my apartment, and I believe I have been exposed for a kind of a weapon, so they can see where I am in my apartment. I know radiation is being used when you are scanning people's head for teeth. It's kind of radiation. When you come in for cancer on the hospitals and being put in this round one, it's a very powerful magnet force that's being used, and that's why they can see you're being exposed for this magnet radiation for the scanner. But the exposing it's not so much, so you don't take big damage from it. Like I've said, that if they can see where I'm sleeping in my apartment and is scanning the floor, what am I being exposed for in my apartment when they can see where I'm sleeping? Are they turning something on? Is there kind of radiation? Are they exposing me for a kind of radiation? A wave weapon maybe? And do they do that on my head? They say we have a free speech, but when we come in on those subjects, then suddenly we cannot speak about it. And then in secret we are being conquered by military soldiers. For telling the truth to people and telling people how it really is. You know how sick religious people can be. You just see that for a fact in Jerusalem and Palestine, that religious people can be very sick because it's about religion. What if we have a military force? Now we have come in cooperation with the United States of America, and we all have Facebook, and we have all those things from the United States of America. What if we have invited a military force in our country that's religious and Catholic, and have a certain religion over VARs? I know it's filled with it in the movie industry about those subjects. And I believe all of it is generated from something we cannot speak about. But it's so common that everybody nearly have it under their feet once in a while. And it's VARs. I've just shown you the President of the United States of America from the Democrats. I have had a directly connection to the White House. I had it when Obama was sitting there. I get it when Trump was sitting there, but I did not pay attention when Trump was sitting there. Now Joe Biden is in on the White House again. and I don't want to give them attention again. I don't know what a sick game this is. The United States is living down here where I live and have lived here in a apartment in number 5 in cooperation with police people, taking care of my account on Instagram, YouTube, and you name it. And then we have Russian people here too. So there you have it. That's the game for them. And then I have said to people that maybe it's not about reaching the moon, but because there's a man on the moon and a child on the moon, then it's about reaching man from the moon. I've told you too that they have all these women's, and I begin to believe that they actually take all these Thai women's into our country to misabuse them as a weapon because they have this religion over words. As they say in Thailand, a lot of people have HIV and AIDS in Thailand too. So is the virus words? I want to know that. Maybe we'll never know about that's the case. But I definitely think there's lies around this subject out there and they don't tell us the truth. Something else I have noticed is, there was talking about HPV vaccine, the HPV vaccine. Have you noticed that one? And I have told you that it had something to do with the wards and people that was autist and all this about this secret. I have even claimed that people that was coming on the mental institute was maybe infected of wards, and maybe that's a thing about the medicine on the mental institute. A secret again that they don't say to people they put in there. I had an idea about it, maybe was, I'm not sure on that, but I had an idea about it was, and the injection they get out there, that it actually is an injection against wards in their blood system. Because I had other people telling me that they was going to take the nails away. The nails is getting thicker and harder on those people that is like this. And the tissue, their skin is a mixture of that product that's being produced inside of them. So the skin is not really the same like everybody else, but a result of the genome that is being produced inside of them. I was coming with some conspiracy theory I want to come with. That the coronavirus was spreading to whole the world. And it's a little bit odd that they allow it to spread worldwide. I definitely believe that they maybe had the vaccines long time before, because there have been outbreaks in our past with similar viruses, and there have been made movies about it if it was going to break out. So I don't believe if they are coming and saying that they was not prepared and did not have the vaccine. And that made me think a little bit over the HPV vaccine and where we stand today with a virus worldwide. Because what actually did happen with the coronavirus is that everybody was being tested. And when you go into some other movies, I think the name was The Thing. The Thing is showing something about tissue in the mouth, that it could not copy it in the right way in the mouth. That I have an imagination about that. That's once again a movie made over Bart's this subject that they're not teaching us about because they want to fight it in secret and not telling people about if they're being vaccinated against it. This is, of course, dangerous claims, but I could imagine that they would not tell people about it if it was the case. Let's say that they're spreading a virus only with one purpose. And the purpose is to make everybody accepting the doctor's treatment and allowing themselves to be tested. On that way, on one time, in our time, before we go into the future, they can maybe be rid of VARS, the virus of VARS, the alien gene from a past that they have big religions over, about demons and saints. That is what maybe it's all about in the church. This suit. Maybe the military want for themselves and maybe does not see it as something people shall have access to. Because they see a big danger, because, like I've said, it's access to informations, access to maybe bigger muscles, access to a lot of things. And you shall be a member of the military before they can accepting you to become. But they have medicine against it, so they can even take it away from people. They can infect them when they go into war. When they come back, they can vaccinate them, treat them, so they don't have it anymore. And nowadays, it's a common thing today now when you go to the doctor, and the doctor will ask you about you shall have a corona vaccine. But let's imagine that there's more in that vaccine, and the real threat for the military people is VARS. And that is actually the vaccine. That was just an idea, because I have seen all the movement there have been just before. We have a person going over there, holding her head, but it's dark, so I could not really see it. I don't want to notice it. But that was another idea. I know what they've done to me here. That's why I speculate. I know what kind of movies they have made over my life too. How they have get inspired. The idea about the Pacific Rime is that this dinosaurs is appearing all the time. And for fighting the dinosaurs, they are making their own giants. And I had an imagination that the giant robots was people that was overtaking our accounts on the net and overtaking our phone number and have control over our communication. That was their own giant they was making against the people they call dinosaurs that could be infected with the bots. They've gone into the bloodstream and is changing them inside out, making them to something else. A dinosaur, maybe. A demon, maybe. No, I want to give you the ideas when you see the movies. Maybe you can see what it's all about too. Maybe you can understand the sickness in our world from military forces behind closed doors when new people is being voted in. They have religion, and their religion suddenly becomes a reality and is being put into progress. And then you see the war, a civil war over mankind. There maybe is a carrier of something that I don't know what is and where it come from, and the purpose of it, and how it did be created, and the truth about it. Yes, that was a little bit more exposure. Not only that, the movie I make over the politician when they was making their signs in their head, just like the president you have seen now and like the journalist now. That video, I could not play it on my tablet. When I see it on the recommended playlist, I could not push it. Then there was standing on the black screen that it could not be played for me. Then I had to go into my profile, this profile I'm uploading here. I have to go into the profile and go into videos, and then I could go in and play the video. Weird enough. Just remember that out there. If you see some of my videos, try to go into videos and go in on my playlist and then try to push my video. Maybe then it will play for you. But because I'm exposing the politicians' child behavior on my channel, so everybody can see the secrets that they are doing in secret and mocking each other and cannot be grown-ups without all this secret signs and all this shit. Yeah, let's see about this one can be played normally. That was all. Thanks. Bye.